a major level top 8 for like a 16-person local.
Man, some regions get all the love. Nah, I love TSB New York. Let's go.
But yeah, we don't really get to see much of Litchi nowadays. I'd say in a similar camp as Izanami, where not really a lot of players play this character, but she's often regarded as one of the best in the game. And a lot of that comes down to how that staff is going to operate. Just a big, uninteractable projectile that just has incredibly high priority. That you can just toss around the screen, cut off so many angles on the screen, and just make it a very big nuisance like we did right here.
Yeah, what a pick up there. It really is. She's such an interesting character, and what's tough is she's kind of like Izanami, where one of the reasons why people don't play her, even though she's so strong, is that she is so difficult.
And that's one of the beauties of Izanami, where I say like in the top 5 especially, all of those characters are so executionally difficult. Rachel, Litchi, Izanami, like these characters, or Carl, these characters demand that you can play the character well in order to find results with them.
You've got to be on your A game to pilot one of these characters. And Litchi, I feel especially, like, while that staff is out, you know, it's a hitbox, it's really controlling the space, but if Litchi blocks at all, it immediately goes inactive. And you can see that, like, you know, like, as projectiles, like, those cover a lot more space than the staff does, so Litchi really has to focus on, like, maneuvering it properly and making sure that she doesn't have to block anything.
And this is really annoying here for S as well, because a lot of what S wants to do is she's going to be sitting there at 4th frame, and she's going to be tossing out these low B projectiles, and then maybe going for the charge or her install. But you can't really do that against Litchi, because if she has the staff set up at all, that staff is going to be circling around the screen, constantly trying to go for the sweep away game. So it kind of forces S to play more aggressive. Not to say that S can't play aggressive, but it's a different mindset that you have to approach this matchup in.
Yeah, Advent's really got to make the shift here, get the rush down going, because it has been that, like, when the projectile war is happening, it has been Nabibi coming out on top.
Yeah, because it really does feel like, you know, Advent, it feels like, you know, he's trying to run away. He's trying to keep Nabibi away, but it's just so hard to do that with the staff. We're seeing him just get popped by the staff every here and there. But even as we try to approach, you know, we're still getting hit by these staff just go up in the air at these really awkward angles. So that's going to be a pretty nice start here for Advent. We do have that active bonus here, so we'll be getting a little bit of extra mirror to work with at the very least. And now we have that corner position as well, but the BB doing a great job at just escaping that corner. We're seeing the usage of that BB, one of the best in the game as well, because it's able to set up the staff really out.
Man, working out so well here for Nabibi, finding the overhead, clearing up the round here, and things are looking tough for Advent. I think the big issue has been the inability to kind of play fly swatter here. I feel that the movement from Nabibi has been so good, and Advent just has not found an answer to it yet.
All right, popping that OD right here. But we're not really in the space. He will capitalize off it. There's that DP once again. Like I said, setting up the staff immediately afterwards for Litchi to just capitalize on, and we are just going to lock this S in the corner. And Advent, what can we do? What can we do? Staff gets activated. That's going to be a counter hit, but we do drop out of that combo opportunity to get out. We see the Gawain get pressed, but every single time we are choosing to pop that Gawain, the BB saying, hey, DP, no, you're not allowed to continue that pressure out.
Yeah, I feel like the BB just has a read as to the type of player that Advent is, and Advent will not stop the offense. So many of these DPs have just been working out in the favor of Nabibi, because Advent never expects it, EX projectile.
All right, expecting the staff as it goes out, but not as it comes back in. So projectile, okay, that's going to be stopping the staff, but the staff is right behind you.
Made it move just a little bit there at the end, mashing the D button. I got to imagine winning it off the drive. Litchi getting slandered here. She just needs the one button.
I will say too that once Advent was able to get in, it really felt like Advent kind of was like playing on the fly where we're unsure of how to actually open up Nabibi once we were in that range. Because what I saw Advent go for a lot was something like 6B Gawain. And the problem with going for 6B Gawain is that if it gets blocked, it's negative. It's very reactable. And while it does get you in, the only way for you to actually get any advantage off of it is if you use meter with RC.